Today on Sugar Spun Run, I'll be showing you how to make cookies and cream Rice Krispie treats. Hey Sugar Spun Bakers, Sam here, and today I am so excited to be sharing another carefully tested, well-researched, and perfected recipe. This one is super simple. This is a simple cookies and cream twist on the classic Rice Krispie treat. I think you're going to love it, so let's go ahead and get started. First thing you want to do is prepare your pan. We're going to be making these in a 9 by 13 inch baking pan, and I like to just grease this with a little bit of butter. Grease the bottom and the sides, that way it's easy to remove them from the pan when they're finished. Once you've prepped your pan, now I like to prep our cookies. So for today's recipe, you are going to need 15 chocolate sandwich cookies or Oreo cookies, which is what I'm using. Now we're going to want to break these up. So what I do is I just pop them in a plastic bag, and then you can either break them up with your hands, but what I like to do is I like to use a rolling pin and just smash them up that way. You don't want to totally pulverize them. I like to have nice discernible pieces of cookie remaining. All right, now here's an extra step that's totally optional. One thing that I like to do is I like to sift out a lot of the cookie crumbs. The reason I do this is because if we add all of the fine cookie crumbs, you can end up with kind of gray looking Rice Krispie treats. They just don't look super neat. So this is totally an extra step. It's not necessary, but what I like to do is I pour these into a strainer and then I just sift out the extra crumbs. Again, totally extra, just for appearances, but it's what I like to do. And this is my video, so I'm going to show you guys how I do it. Let's head over to the stovetop. You're going to need a large pot. I'm going to be using my Dutch oven today. And in this, we're going to melt 6 tablespoons of butter. Now, typically I use salted butter, but I only have unsalted on hand right now, so we'll add a little bit of salt towards the end. Now turn your stovetop heat to low or medium low, and we're going to cook the butter until it is completely melted. Once the butter is melted, we'll add some of our marshmallows. We're going to need a total of 15 ounces of marshmallows for today's recipe, but for now, we're just going to be using 10 ounces or about 5 cups of mini marshmallows. We're going to add these into the pot, and then we're going to stir them just until they are melted. Now, it's very important that you keep your stovetop heat on low, or again, medium low. If you have the heat up too high, you are going to end up scorching your marshmallows, or you're going to end up with Rice Krispie treats that are just brittle and too tough to eat. To keep them nice and soft and chewy, keep your heat low. All right, once your marshmallows are nicely melted, we'll add our vanilla extract. We're using 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And since I was using unsalted butter today, I'm also going to add my salt here. I'm just going to add about a pinch. This is about a 1/4 teaspoon of table salt. We'll stir these in until they're combined. And now we'll add 6 cups of crisp rice cereal. And stir this in until it's nicely coated with a marshmallow mixture. All right, now grab your remaining 5 ounces of mini marshmallows. This is about 2 to 3 cups. And now we are going to add these into the pot. And at this point, we are also going to add our cookies. Go ahead and add these in, and we are going to stir until just combined. I don't want these last few mini marshmallows to totally melt, so we're going to do this very quickly. And then we'll immediately remove this from the heat and pour this into that pan that we prepared earlier. Now I just like to smooth out the cereal bars. You do not want to pack these into the pan. If you press down or you really kind of squish them, you're going to end up with dense, hard Rice Krispie treats. But we want these soft and chewy. So I'm smoothing them out a little bit, but I am not forcing them or cramming them into the pan. I just really want to stress that. All right, now all that is left to do is just let these cool until we can cut them, and then we can go ahead and enjoy. And that is how you make my favorite cookies and cream Rice Krispie treats. I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe, and if you tried this one out, please leave me a comment and let me know what you think. I always love hearing from you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. I have to do the stretchy pull thing. Oh. Big bite, but these are good.